making sure children are healthy, safe, loved, ready to learn, succeeding in school and in life. This is Our Children, a program brought to you by the Children's Trust.
Good morning. I'm Moleto Gutierrez, President and CEO of the Children's Trust.
And I'm Ileana Varela with the Herbert Wertheim College of Medicine at FIU. And together, we welcome you to Our Children. You know, every year, the Children's Trust publicly recognizes individuals and programs doing exceptional work on behalf of children and families in our community, inspiring others to do the same. But there was a lot more going on at this year's award ceremony. Mo, you know, we've talked about, your goal to dramatically increase the number of third graders who are reading at grade level and doing that through the Children's Trust Read to Learn program. I got to tell you, I was really impressed at how we tied into that campaign through the spoken word at this award ceremony. Some very young performers doing powerful original poetry. It was inspiring.
You know, from 0 to 8,
Yeah.
kids should be learning to read. And then from then on out, from 9 and beyond, as they enter the 4th grade, they need to be reading in order to learn, in order to acquire knowledge. Part of that is learning how words rhyme. And let's show a little bit about how kids are doing that these days. We have a group of kids that hail from Tiger Tail Word Speak and Actors Playhouse Young Talent Big Dreams competition. They demonstrate how words rhyme in a way that is very special.
Yeah.
And I am through with the astrology of their medications. There is no occultation. I am built of craters, traced by Xanax meteors and stigmas. So they can stare at me all they want. After all, I'm just an astronaut, waiting for the one launch that will finally leave me weightless.
These are my grandfather's hands. Hailing from Mississippi, the remnants of that great river running crisscross veins over his arms that connect to palms on hands that are calloused. From picking weeds, from the very moment the sun rises to greet him in the morning, till the moon comes up and does the very same.
I wish I could go back and take back each and every bullet. Swallow those hollow tips and shells, forbid those bullets from ever tasting that sun, abolish them from this earth, abolish me from this earth. I no longer want to decide the destinies of people due to hateful and confused hands. These are not confessions of a weapon, this is me pleading, me begging for you to put me down. But that's for you to choose, because this hate that I, lead and metal, speak of is not me. Mankind, this hate is you.
On your fancy devices, you can read news, watch movies, chat, but for truly living, there is no app for that. So tell me, will you ever feel the gentle breeze, see the green of the trees, feel the warmth of Frenchmen families? Do you hear our earth's humble pleas? Keep living like you do, and you will never see these.
Wow, we weren't kidding when we said these kids were inspiring. And you know, it's proof that there's such importance of reading at grade level to ensure academic success. I mean, that is the keystone.
Absolutely.
All right, well, now on to this year's recipient of the David Lawrence Jr. Champion for Children Award, a man who has dedicated a lifetime of work on behalf of children with autism spectrum disorders. Meet him.
That's why we do what we do.
Raising a child is never an easy job. Raising a child with autism presents many unique challenges. For more than 30 years, Dr. Michael Alessandri has worked tirelessly to help thousands of families like these. He is recognized nationwide for developing effective programs for children with autism spectrum disorders, or ASD. Born in New York to a loving and humble Italian family, Alessandri was the middle son of 3 boys. In high school, he was a good student, an overachiever, and graduated valedictorian. But he quickly discovered he lacked ambition, passion, focus. That focus finally came into clear view after spending several summers volunteering at a camp for children with disabilities. It is there that young Alessandri got to know children with autism and realized his calling. Today, he shares the story with his students at the University of Miami in hopes of awakening their calling.
It's about finding your passion and to feel that feeling, that moment. Well, I feel really grateful to have found this job, to have found this community.
Finding his passion led to a Ph.D. in clinical psychology from Rutgers University, which eventually led him to South Florida. In 1995, he became executive director of the University of Miami Nova Southeastern University Center for Autism and Related Disabilities, known as CARD. 4 years later, CARD was named National Autism Program of the Year by the Autism Society of America. The program serves 7,000 families for free.
It's really, I guess, a support for the entire family.
Knowing that you have somebody there on your side is a relief.
CARD not only helps children with autism and related disabilities reach their full potential, it employs adults with autism and partners with companies that do the same. Dr. Alessandri also recruits community leaders to help create opportunities and improve the quality of life for children with ASD. Recently, he teamed up with Miami-Dade School Board member Raquel Regalado, who has a daughter with autism, to create a 5-year plan to better serve the more than 3,000 Miami-Dade public school students with ASD.
Michael is completely engaged and so dedicated to this. This is not something that ends when the workday ends.
Blue Lakes Elementary is home to the Autism Intensive Communication Academy, where Dr. Alessandri held his first parent conference. The school serves 170 children with autism, and the principal can't say enough about Dr. Alessandri's commitment and dedication.
Always available, always willing to help. He does whatever it takes.
Susan Morantes, whose son Sean is autistic, works at the Dan Marino Foundation, where Dr. Alessandri was one of the founding directors of the Marino Autism Research Institute and is considered an advisor and a friend. Back when Sean was diagnosed at age 6, 1 out of every 10,000 children was being diagnosed with autism. Today, it's 1 in 88.
I can't imagine anybody else in Miami that's done the kind of work that he's done with our children.
Dr. Alessandri is a founding member of the Autism Society of Miami-Dade County. He is known around the world and sought after for his expertise on ASD, and he has received many prestigious awards. But the timing of this David Lawrence Jr. Champion for Children Award comes at an especially significant time in his life.
I lost my dad a year and a half ago, and just lost my mom this May. You know, I couldn't help but think that somehow they were proud, and this was them telling me that they were proud.
After many years of working with autistic children, Dr. Alessandri was personally touched when 2 of his own nephews were diagnosed with ASD, but he is very optimistic about their future.
There's greater awareness, there's tremendously more acceptance.
Giovanna Izzo and her son Antonio met Dr. Alessandri when the boy was only 3. They say they cannot imagine their life without the man they simply call Michael, their personal protector, their champion.
Where would I be now without Michael? He's one of my best friends.
And as Antonio gets older, Michael is getting involved in the adult community, which is a relief to us because we know that we're not going to go through this alone. He's there, always 100 steps ahead of us.
Dr. Alessandri is staunchly committed and a personal hero to the children and families that he serves, but there are thousands of others in Miami-Dade who serve on the front lines, dedicating themselves tirelessly in the direct service to children and families, day and night. Emily Gunter is one of those people.
Everybody breathe in.
I love myself, I love myself.
Whether it's learning another language or learning how to stay focused, we've always wanted our children to succeed in school and in life. But social and economic changes make it increasingly difficult without truly dedicated people. People like Emily Gunter, whom everyone calls Muti, which means grandmother in Swahili. Emily is the Education Training Manager at Urgent Inc. She is also the founder of the Rites of Passage Youth Empowerment Foundation. Proud mother, loving grandmother. Samira Caskell, the reading coach with Project Rise, proudly nominated Emily for this award.
Miss Emily is a world citizen. She is an engineer, a math professor, an author of 7 books. I think that combination of her travel and her accomplishments have really made her a beacon of hope.
For more than 35 years, Emily has shared her love for drums, languages, music, and the arts to inspire those around her, to teach them to tap into their own inner beauty.
Once the children are turned on to who they are in the body and what their geniuses and their passions and what they want to do when they grow up, and all of a sudden you've got a child who wants to learn and will excel greatly.
Gould's Elementary School is one of 2 sites where Emily has helped countless children, parents, and educators embrace her belief that all children can be motivated to want to learn.
She is dedicated to the kids of this community and all kids.
Emily brings a wealth of experience to the job. She's an accomplished author, a former engineer, and a math professor. But she's not only traveled down many professional paths, she's also traveled around the world, far away, exotic places like Egypt, Tibet, India, and the Himalayas. And she uses these invaluable life experiences to teach the children at Urgent Inc. to dream big.
I see great improvement. Miss Emily is one of the best. This is something that God has given her, a gift. And this one lady took this one gift and she created all of this.
One of Emily's greatest passions is the drum. Drums are considered the world's oldest musical instrument. Its sound and rhythm unique, powerful, and inspirational. Emily believes drumming leads to self-expression and self-discovery.
The drumming reinforces the reading, the breathing, and the thing is, and when you're breathing, you can trust what you're hearing.
Those closest to Emily are proud to call her a friend, a colleague. Urgent Inc.'s Vice President, Salia Nelson, is also proud to call Emily her mom.
Everyone who meets my mother says, "Oh, you have the best mom," and I really do.
Thank you, Muti, for being an inspiration, not only to your daughter, but to the generations of children you've nurtured, for teaching values and self-esteem, and for building literacy through the arts and culture.
She sure is a special lady, isn't she? Something else.
Very much so.
You know, Mo, you're your grandfather, right?
Absolutely.
All right, so I'm told, because I'm not there yet, hopefully not for quite a while, I'm told that, you know, the beauty of being a grandparent is you spoil the grandchildren, and then, of course, you send them back home to the parents, right?
My Isabella and Gabriel are such a special part of the joy in my life.
You know, the difference is that the reality, as you well know, is that for many grandparents, the responsibility is far greater than what we're talking about. For them and their grandchildren, Steps in the Right Direction is a lifeline, and that's why it won the Award for Excellence in School Readiness Programming.
Steps in the Right Direction opened its doors 12 years ago with the goal of feeding the poor, the elderly, and families in need. Today, they do much more than operate a food bank. You may ask yourself, how did Steps in the Right Direction arrive at receiving this prestigious award for excellence in school readiness? Well, the answer is simple. In fact, the answer is alarming. In 2000, the U.S. Census found that more than 2.4 million grandparents had assumed responsibility for raising their grandchildren. And in the state of Florida alone, at least 259,000 children are being raised by their grandparents. These grandparents face complex and multiple challenges. Their new instant families come together suddenly, at times without warning. Such is the case of 61-year-old Berta Nunez, a grandmother of 5. She is raising 2 of her grandchildren as her own. 4-year-old Abel and 2-year-old Yeselin de la Rosa.
My son was killed in Palm Beach, and their mother wasn't taking care of them. They were going to a foster home. As a grandmother, I said no. It was a difficult situation, but with the help from this program, I survived, and they helped me very, very much.
Steps in the Right Direction is one of the few organizations in our community that strives and is totally committed to serving these families. Their parenting skills program utilizes a nationally renowned curriculum that helps grandparents learn contemporary parenting skills, improve their knowledge of child development, and help them get the support they need to raise a new generation of children. They attend a 16-week group program where they receive childcare, transportation, shared meals, and computer classes. It has been over 8 years since Davy Madison started volunteering at Steps in the Right Direction. Today, the former City of Miami police commander firmly believes everyone can benefit from the Nurturing Skills Building program and is proud to be a parental specialist at STEPS.
This curriculum, when I saw the information, I felt very akin to it.
Andrea Fleming is a mother of 3 girls who has been raising her husband's grandson, Jaden, since he was just 6 months old. For a year now, she has gained valuable insight into how she can better prepare Jaden for school with help from STEPS.
I really would like him to be ready and prepared so when he goes to school, he's aware of what he's going to be learning.
These grandparents have given up their golden years to start all over. They are filling in the gaps left by their own children. The parents who abandoned their babies, who have health issues, substance abuse problems, are incarcerated or dead.
This program has offered me a new way of life.
Michael Salem is a founder, executive director, and CEO of Steps in the Right Direction. For Michael, grandparents are the unsung heroes of our community, and he takes very little credit for his organization's success.
As a director, and I think true credit goes to the people who are working with me because they are the frontline people who make it happen. I'm just so blessed to have a good team of people and great funders who recognize that.
For providing excellent service to grandparents and families in our community, we honor and celebrate the extraordinary work of Steps in the Right Direction.
The recipient of the award for excellence in youth programming for school and life success was KidWorks, a first-rate child care center with the first-rate after-school program in Hialeah.
The secret behind the success of KidWorks USA lies in its name. It works for kids of all ages.
From the KidWorks, it's a happy place.
Based in Hialeah, the award-winning preschool, summer, and after-school provider cares for upwards of 300 kids. It takes a dedicated and energetic crew to keep this ship and every little one on course. At the helm is revered Captain Bill de la Sierra, affectionately known as Mr. Bill.
And what do you guys think about KidWorks?
Ironically, the vision for KidWorks emerged as Mr. Bill, a general contractor by trade, was about to set sail on an island adventure.
I purchased a beautiful sailboat, and I was planning on a 1 or 2 year cruise of the Caribbean. And my son, David, who was going to medical school at the time, told me that his wife was pregnant. One of the things we did is we looked for preschools, and we just couldn't find one that I thought was good enough for my grandchild. And so I thought, I'm a builder, why don't I just build one? And so now you have KidWorks.
KidWorks is truly a builder's and parents' dream. The 18,000 square foot facility offers tutoring, literacy and homework assistance, nutrition education, fine arts classes, social skills development, and physical fitness, including a martial arts anti-bullying program inside a state-of-the-art 3,000 square foot gym. KidWorks has done an exceptionally good job reaching out to all families, especially Hispanic parents who are learning the English language, as well as single parents, providing financial assistance, transportation from the child's school to the center, and extending its hours of operation to accommodate demanding work schedules.
I think KidWorks in general, at all different levels as a parent, kind of covers all the different areas that you look for in a facility that takes care of your child while you're not there.
And all this is possible thanks in large part to the Children's Trust, which since 2006 has proudly funded the KidWorks summer and after-school programs.
I love the workers here. They're very loving, they're very caring. I love the fact that it's always clean in here, that there's always fresh meals prepared daily, and that my child is actually learning. And my infant, I just had another baby, and she's going to be going here too when she gets older.
From the day it opened its doors in 2002 with only 7 children enrolled to the top-notch childcare provider that it is today, KidWorks has undoubtedly impacted countless lives. And for this sailor, it has definitely been a bon voyage.
I have built huge buildings and facilities, and I've done a lot of stuff in my life. Nothing has ever filled my heart the way these children fill my heart.
Makes you want to be a child again. Oh, you know, this year's award for excellence in health, family, or community services went to Catholic Charities. Now, we've already seen how one program works with grandparents. Well, here's a program helping parents survive other extreme challenges to make families whole, loving, and strong.
The Merriam-Webster Dictionary defines parenting as the raising of a child or children by its parents, a collection of words compounded into one sentence to describe a lifetime of work. If only it were that simple. Adela Canales will tell you it isn't. Not too long ago, the single mom and her 2 young children were homeless.
I'm still working on slowly, you know, making steps to becoming more independent every day.
Charlene Francois had the very foundation of her faith shaken in 2010 when a catastrophic earthquake left her native Haiti in utter ruins. Her home reduced to rubble, and her beautiful 5-year-old daughter Guichar confined to a wheelchair after parts of the roof collapsed on her legs.
In Haiti, I used to mostly carry her on my shoulder because I didn't have a wheelchair. Where I was going with her, I carried her.
Both Adela and Charlene face raising their children under devastating circumstances that threatened to trample what little was left of their hopes and dreams. Both sought refuge at New Life Family Shelter in Miami.
That's really good.
And it was there that they took part in a parenting program funded by the Children's Trust, which paved the way to a new beginning.
At Strengthening Family, we do understand that in order to strengthen a family, we have to cover every aspect of a family life.
Because financial and emotional hardships can significantly influence the way parents relate to their children and vice versa, Strengthening Families, an evidence-based, nationally recognized program, is designed to target those triggers and improve behavior in high-risk families. Catholic Charities of the Archdiocese of Miami offers the program at several locations throughout Miami-Dade County. It aims to help parents develop a better understanding of their children, better nurture their children, create stronger family bonds. All this, intertwined with support services and resources, is proving effective.
If you're a single parent, even if you're a married couple, it helps a lot.
And the key is that the entire family participates. Once a week for 14 consecutive weeks, families gather with life skills trainers to cover a variety of parenting topics such as communication and rewards. After having dinner together, parents and kids are divided into separate groups to receive instruction on the same topic. At the end of the lesson, families are reunited for a fun activity.
The program remains in contact with a lot of the families that it helps, and I think that's how we really measure success.
Catholic Charities and its Strengthening Families program is especially making strides in the Haitian community.
In 2010, we had the opportunity to provide a class to a lot of Haitian families, and I think it has allowed them to acculturate to the United States.
And that has made a huge difference for Charlene and her daughter.
In Haiti, the education is more rigid. They actually reprimand you, but you don't know why. The program really showed me how to live close to my daughter. It also showed me how to reward my daughter for her positive behavior.
Catholic Charities and Strengthening Families is helping hundreds of families redefine parenting by enhancing the semantics with their own unique stories of triumph.
Champions for Children is always so inspiring.
It is, yeah.
It's like the Oscars for children's services.
It really felt special being there. Unfortunately, we're running out of time, folks, but we want to show you some more highlights of what we're talking about. So let's get right to it. I'm Ileana Varela on behalf of the Children's Trust and Modesto Betty Gutierrez. Thanks for watching this edition of Our Children. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday, but first, watch this. Roll the tape.
Mr. Alexander, and freeze, follow James.
I'm going to earn this award for the rest of my life, every day, every moment with every child, because I'm retired. I'm retired, and this is what I'll do until I can't breathe no more. So thank you for this honor.
Don't tell me that you had no role models in your life and you had no choice. You always have a voice in the matter. You can be anything under the sun.
I do want to thank the Children's Trust. I think the Children's Trust has made an enormous, lasting impact on this community.
Hey, thank you so much. I'm truly honored, and I'm blessed to be a part of such a great organization and work with such a great group of people. Thanks.
I'm the stainless steel that'll leave more than a scar on your face, because I am not your little friend, so don't try to pretend you don't know me. I am what rappers talk about but have never held in their life. I am what the media does best to censor, but trust me, America loves me. Now watch me. Can you see me? Hidden and concealed in the sagging jeans of a 16-year-old kid in Camden, New Jersey. Can you see me underneath the car seats of a beat-up Chevy Caprice in Overtown, Miami? Can you see me being caressed by the death grips of warfare throughout time? Can you see me being raped by the hands of police and NYPD? You know who I be, yet you mistake me for a wallet. Can you see me in the trembling arms of a 7-year-old Palestinian kid?
Our Children is brought to you by the Children's Trust. The Children's Trust invests in programs and services that help make children healthy, safe, loved, ready to learn, succeed in school and in life. To access its funded programs and services in Miami-Dade County, visit thechildrenstrust.org or call the Children's Trust helpline at 211, because all children are our children.